How does your library stack up with other libraries around the globe in terms of library promotions? You're going to find out in this episode of the Library Marketing Show. Hi, everyone. I'm Angela Hursh from superlibrarymarketing.com, the website, with lots of tips for library marketing. You can head there and click on the Library Marketing Show tab to suggest a topic for a future episode or to nominate your library or another library for Kudos. We'll give Kudos out in just a few minutes. First, make sure if you're on YouTube, you subscribe to my channel. If you're on LinkedIn, you follow me so you get a notification every time I post an episode of the Library Marketing Show. Back in September, I conducted a survey of my viewers, the 7th annual superlibrarymarketing.com survey. Nearly 100 libraries responded, so I want to say thank you. And I also want to give you a little tip. If you're thinking about your editorial calendar for 2023 and you're trying to figure out how you are going to fill all your blog posts and your videos and your social media, what kinds of content does your community want and need from you? A survey is a fantastic way to get lots of ideas. I certainly have a wealth of things to write about and do in episodes in 2023. So I suggest a survey to help you figure that out. Here's what I learned about you all. And I first asked how many of you, what kind of library do you work at? 88 or 87.4% of you work at a public library. A little more than 5% of you work for an academic library. I am going to try to do a better job in 2023 of doing posts for academic libraries. So stay tuned. I'd love to grow that part of my audience. And if you have any tips, any things you want me to write about academic-wise, let me know down in the comments. Okay, I asked if your library has a dedicated marketing department. Very interesting answer. It was about split half and half. 52% or so of you don't have a marketing department, and 48.4% do. So if you're wondering why sometimes I write articles that seem to be focused more on a library that has a marketing department versus not, this is why I'm kind of trying to balance that and serve both audiences. You guys gave me a ton of ideas for library posts, so thank you for that. I asked about social media platforms. Of course, this was September before the Twitter kerfuffle really got out of control, but at that time, about 90% of you said you're posting on Facebook, 84% on Instagram. YouTube is third. About 59% of the libraries who responded are putting videos on YouTube, and then Twitter came in at about 55%. It will certainly be interesting to see how those numbers change in 2023. About 79% of my viewers are sending promotional emails for their library. So I am super happy to hear that. You know that I think email is the best, most effective use of your time. So y'all are listening to me and I love that. Does your library set promotional goals? About 52% of you said no. So we may be working on that a little bit in the new year. But here's something that really warmed my heart and should make you feel really good about the work that you're doing. I asked if your library measures your promotions for effectiveness, and 56% of you said yes. So you get a big gold star for 2022 from me. Again, a huge thank you to everybody who answered. Does your library do a survey? And if so, what kind of questions do you ask? What are you trying to get? What kind of information are you trying to get? Let's start a conversation. You can let me know down in the comments. You can respond to each other, and we can talk here now about our Kudos. I have a fantastic article for you to read that goes along with today's Kudos. It's down in the show description or in the comments if you're watching this on LinkedIn. And this is about a library in New York called Irondequoit Library. And the staff there helped an immigrant from Afghanistan to work on all of the paperwork that he had to do to basically save his family members who were stuck back home, to bring them to the United States. As you can imagine, there is a ton of paperwork involved, and it is very precise. And if you screw up any part of it, you have to start over. And so this library staff just went above and beyond, and they had an article written about them on Spectrum News, because the family did escape Afghanistan, came back thanks to the work of the library staff, and so the family threw the library staff a pizza party. This is the greatest article to read at the end of the year, will make you feel wonderful about the work that you do at your library, and a big kudos to this library in New York. Okay, that's it for this episode. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Let me know if there's any topic you want me to cover. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.